quite a few years of healing. That's when I discovered Kundalini yoga and yoga, and realized that healing can actually take place during a yoga practice, and kind of rocked my world for a little bit. I dove in head first. And through the years after that happened, I began to come across people who had been beaten down, destroyed even by the modern day church. And myself being one of them, being crushed by this entity, and yet not being crushed by God. And so finding the difference between being crushed by the church and its rules and its regulations and its man-made thoughts and ideas, and the reality that I am completely loved. And so after meeting so many people throughout the years who have come to a place where they hate God, they hate the idea of God, or they're just angry, or now they don't believe at all, or all these different outcomes to these different individuals who have been so hurt, decided to finally start a place where absolutely everyone was welcome, where people can come in hurt and leave healed. People can come in feeling rejected and leave feeling accepted and loved. So that no matter what their life outside these walls is telling them, whether it be a rejection or hurt or pain or depression or physical sicknesses even, they can come in one way and leave another when they come in contact with the divine. And so I set the stage for God to show up and to do the miraculous, do things that I can counsel you for hours, but one encounter with the divine will switch everything in an instant. And so that's specifically mainly why I started We Are One Fayetteville, to offer a place of healing, to offer a place of restoration, of acceptance. So tonight, I'm just going to ask that the presence of God comes in. And I know that we're all one, I know we are one with God, but there is a place, there is a manifestation of the presence of God that is extremely tangible, to where all that God is begins to concentrate in one space, and the energy and the presence of God begins to come in. And I remember seeing a video of Yogi Bhajan once when he was, they were chanting, and then he would have to switch and chant something else. And I remember watching this, and this was the first time that I saw the presence of God coming in like a yoga situation. Yogi Bhajan began to get so excited, he kept saying, "He's coming! He's coming! He's coming! Keep going! He's coming!" And you could feel the presence of God concentrate so strong as they kept just going with it and going with it. It was so beautiful. And then when we first started, I really tried to do things very like by the book, how you would go to church and you would hear a little speak and we would sing and then we would do this and we'd go home, and I really tried my hardest to do that, and I was specifically told not to do that when we started, but I tried to anyway. And the gifting on my life is more towards the prophetic or intuitive. And so that's kind of how we gear the gatherings now. They're more on the intuitive side. We don't have a plan. I'll come in and wait and listen to see what Spirit's saying. Alex is playing whatever Spirit's playing through him. It's just a time we never know what to expect. Sometimes people may be laid out on the floors. Sometimes we may just sit here in the presence. Sometimes the prophetic may begin to flow through me to different people. But every time we experience the presence of God. And that's the goal, is for us to experience that overwhelming love and bliss of God.